Brought to switch runes, man. By ancients. Oh, but put on our charges. Dude, that's turned out. Pretty good chin clean up there. A little bit sloppy on the regular ways, but could have been worse. turn this down just a bit. This guy hitting me from under a rock. I don't think that's supposed to be allowed. Yeah. Oh my god, divine ranging. I do this like literally every first raid of the day. And I need the sun heal. Avoid Vigor is a bad idea. I'll be alive. I won't be able to skip, it's all my fault. Can I? Ah! No, I've never actually tried that. Never mind. Chillin'. Guess you don't need to be able to one-hit to do boulder skip. Has always been bait. Let's get it all the way up against the rock, just in case. Misclicks don't hurt nobody. Hello, Daniel. How's it going? Bit odd to ping someone with no other context in the message, but how's it going? Let me get my mic facing the right way. I just realized it rotated itself. What would it cost for me to help? Well, I don't sell 500 kit runs, so I personally believe in trying to find enjoyment in getting it yourself or earning with teammates. Not necessarily solo, but I don't sell any kit runs or anything like that. I've never sold Infernal Caves or anything either. People have offered me. I personally think it's easier with teammates, especially, I mean, it's up to you, right? You can find someone who's willing to like help you and you can go double life. And then they can pot share you supplies. But would it really be, I mean, this is how I feel, but would it really be your 500 completion if you did that? I think it's, there are mechanics that are easier to handle solo, but like for example, Double Trouble. Simplest 500 invocation setup. Well, it's literally what I'm wearing right now. This is what I have right now. Yeah. The depth charge. If anything, you could bank the DDS and take overly draining for Rapier, but it's up to you. Like, in my opinion, if you're willing to Red X Baba, overly draining, really good. It's pretty shit for time, but it's fine. Like it's god awful for times, but I'm personally very comfortable hitting sub 40 with a bunch of setups, which opens up a lot of doors for a 500 run. So, whereas someone who isn't comfortable getting like S40 on their 500, they are a lot more limited on their options. In a team, you can have someone doing medic for you as well, which is a huge, makes it a lot easier, just slower. So it's up to you what you want to do, but for me, my 500 run is basically this raid, which is all boss invocations minus medic, and then I put a 40 timer on. And you can take either the plus 15 paths or you can take overly draining. I think overly draining is easier but slower. And I don't have any trouble face tanking Baba even with overly draining 500, but I would feel like a lot of people don't try to face tank Baba, so Red X is fine too. You should still be able to hit S40 even with Red Xing. I have a bunch of videos if you want to see like a no flick setup that I ran. It doesn't use thralls, it still hits S40. And you don't have to flick in any rooms. I hard camp Piety in Baba, Caffrey. I don't flick at all like I am right now. I think this flicking is very easy to do, especially at Caffrey, but if you don't want to do this, then you can look at that run too. It's got a pretty good example of a no flick run. Oops, wrong prayer. I would say just practice a bit. From 430, I assume you're not taking like Double Trouble or Keyback, so maybe spend a few like 300 low, mid 300 raids practicing those two. It'll give you a very sizable boost to your invocation level. Combined, that's plus 30. And that should make your raid a lot easier once you master that. If you don't want to master it, then you can just do like Pathmaster. Not Pathmaster, sorry, please don't try Pathmaster. Pathfinder. I think Pathmaster is really difficult and a bad idea for anyone going for a 500. It makes the rooms like infinitely hard. You have to deal with like 2 really difficult rooms instead of 1 really difficult room. This might not be the best example because this Caffrey's level 2. So with Pathfinder, I'm still gonna get possibly 2 4-4 rooms or a 3-5 room, which is 2 hard rooms, but not the greatest dung location. Okay to dung here again, because I already griefed it. dunk here actually. If I dunk in a straight line, I'll have nowhere to go. No way. Yeah, I think when you practice double trouble key back, you'll just get it over time. Don't sweat having a green fang for that long. You think anyone actually cares in comments about my fang? No one cares. Just, you know, get it at your own pace. If you're, it has, the 500 kit has no prestige with it. Contrary to what people think, I don't think it has any prestige in it. Anyone who's ever gotten it knows, like, it's all about just the look of it. So like, if there's gonna be any accomplishment for me, you should be getting it by yourself. So just got lasered. Just keep practicing your solo runs. You'll get faster over time. Practice double trouble keep back, hopefully, if you want at least double trouble. I know a lot of people hate keep back. And then just do it yourself. I think you got it. Anyone who can do a 400, the gap between 400 and 500 is not as much as you would think it is. Like, I think it's a lot harder for people to go from like 200 to 300 than it is for people to go from 400 to 500. You just have to learn one more room, which is this one. Like, learn Akka for real. I didn't void wake him. I wasn't thinking because I was chatting. Whatever. The whole point of me saving spec from that, saving my dragon pickaxe spec, was so I can double void wake him and speed this place up a bit. But whatever. Just having more spec helps me brute force with Sun anyway. So you get either way. A lot of splashing. Should probably use a Mystic lore, but I actually don't mind splashing too much early on the first part. Splashing early means he'll probably teleport while I'm busy hitting this guy. We'll run the placebo green prayer. This probably lowers my DPS, if anything. This gives me more time to attack this. I actually don't mind too much. Surely dies there. Nope. Getting a little close. Got it. Yeah, I would just say, brush up your guides. Check, use the mistake tracker, and see what's going on. See where you're making mistakes. Compare room times of other people who are running well. You don't have to look at just my runs. You can look at other people's runs too. The 2-to-1 ratio. Skip a tile good. Yeah. 1 tile's good, even tiles are good. 3 is not. But remember that even if you do move a weird amount of tiles that you shouldn't, you can always correct yourself by changing directions. Alright, he switched. So let's say I'm running like north to south, right? But then I just randomly do a diagonal. That'll help even that out. Changing directions also helps because if you want to know the exact way the mechanic works, I missed a hit. What it actually does is it finds where you were and it places a tile there, and then it finds one ahead of where you're going and places it front. And then it takes a tick for it to actually explode too. So even if you do run 3 tiles, it's not the end of the world. You must simply correct yourself later by the end of it. So what's scary obviously is when you're running this clock, right? You can't really change directions because you're kind of locked into running that rotation. So what you can do is move 1 by default and move 2 if needed. You can see I usually just start off by running straight to the symbol. That symbol, that is. And then I always have my mouse over where my character currently is when I'm doing double trouble, so I can stop myself at any given time. And then of course you can always bail by changing directions. I kind of just look at where the empty tile is. Oh, I thought it died. Oh, it did die. Wait, I should not have resummoned this thrall. It's gonna grief the shit out of me. Oh, consequences. I feel like a lot of people who understand that double trouble is, you know, like, oh, I just gotta move 2 tiles or 1. Understanding exactly how the mechanic actually works might be more helpful when it comes to like solving long rotations. Instead of just simply knowing like X number of tiles is good and X number of tiles is not good. I ran straight into that one. That's gonna hit me. That was surprisingly long. Didn't feel that bad of an Akka. I guess this is how level 4 Akka is. And don't neglect your puzzle times either, by the way. If you're having trouble one-downing pickaxe, if you're spending over like a minute 10 at Scabaris, if you're not nailing these 32 seconds zebak ones, that might bite you in the ass in an actual 500 run. Don't neglect them in your solos, because I know people are like, oh, it's solos, it doesn't matter if I mess these up. That's true until you hit that 500 mark where it does matter. By Pathfinder run? Yeah, this is a +2 pass. The other side? I think that's like 4 seconds slower. Hopefully it won't matter, but you never know. I've been dragging my switchers all day long today. Like even a Tob. I wonder what's going on. What do you mean easier? I mean like to like skip the spike stir, same difficulty. I think what you might be trying to do is you're actually trying to... No, it's not your fault for thinking this way. I think you might actually be trying to do the room properly. And you could be just abusing RuneScape moving mechanics. Because both sides utilize those tile markers, skipping over the spikes. As you know, your character can run through poison like this and not register in this middle tile. This is exactly what you're doing for spikes. Pretend that poison is supposed to be a spike. Is Shadow more DPS than Twistavo? No. Shadow is quite a bit worse. My guess is probably about 30 seconds worse for this kind of run. But... Hold on. Let me just stay alive. But it allows me to bang Z-Vams and Anguish, because those are relatively low impact switches for the rest of the raid. So I'm basically choosing a trade-off. I get 2 more restores since I'm taking Scepter, but I get a slow zebak, which for me is a worthwhile trade-off. A lot of people don't lessen their switches as like some sort of principle. They don't want to like take worse gear, but I make up the time because the extra restores allow me to not red X Baba anyway, so I end up having a comparable if not faster raid while having at least 1 more restore. That being said, a lot of people tell me Scepter's not worth it because they use DPS calcs, which would be true normally, except for some reason the Accursed Scepter's accuracy is way off. The DPS calc has it about 20, I think at 20% accuracy, and where it is in reality is probably closer between 60 to 70%, which does, you know, save a lot of the time that normally is lost. I was gonna spec with Void Waker, but at 20 HP, I'm not risking it. What if I make a prayer mistake? Would you accept a donation? No. If we ran a duo 500, it's because I wanted to run a... Fuck. And why did I spec again? Whatever. If we did run a duo 500, it's because I want to run a duo, but... And I would like... Assume you could do it on your own, but... I feel like getting a donation is just... No offense, but just like paying for it. Like, the principle is the same, just because you word it differently. It doesn't change the fact that, I mean, I'm not saying you can't get it on your own. I'm just saying, like, I feel like it would devalue the achievement if you paid. Nothing really sorry about. I can't believe I did an adrenaline, and then I void waked it again. Now I'm kind of forced into a 3 down. Well, I was always gonna do a 3 down, I guess. Forced into a slow 3 down. In my opinion, for this game, RuneScape, nothing to be impatient about. Game plays at your own pace. Man, why am I bothering to flick? I don't care. Get in whenever you want. No rush to get it. Miscounted. Oops. Can't count, 7, I guess. I'll lose a tick there. Freaked quite a bit on this kill. Down's a lot slower than it needed to be. I used more supplies forever. I could probably get away with red pyramid for the rest of it without flicking, but it's a level 4 zebak and I make a little bit more mistakes than usual, 4+, so conserve a little bit of prayer. It's not much difference between blue and red anyway, that is humanly possible to know about based on the DPS calcs. Why did I proc from back here? Interesting. Not a particularly fast raid, so I'll just skull skip for some extra drop rate. Ray, can you explain the skull skip? I can explain it now. So when you don't complete the skulls within a set amount of time, basically a wave comes out from the middle, specifically from like this, and blasts you for like X amount of damage scaling on raid level times amount of skulls missed. Now, that being said, it's a wave that is skippable. You can run through it just like that, because this game doesn't actually have like a real wave simulator. It's basically like X amount of tiles are dangerous for this tick, and then it's not dangerous next tick. Like, this game is just moving squares, so all of these are dangerous. on that very same tick that it explodes. The very next tick, everything on this outer edge is dangerous. So what people do with the skull skip is that they stand in the row right behind where it's dangerous, and then they spam click with a ranged weapon. As you know, you can't kill a skull without a melee weapon, so you'll just end up splashing on it, right? Just like so. And when the skull disappears, happens to be the perfect timing. So it just kind of works itself out that way. Yeah, you also skip one. Although, theoretically, you can walk skip it. It just works. That being said, I do need to heal right now. So what I'll do is I won't use up like all of them. My Thrall might proc it for me here. We'll just heal up off these two. And you just need to click any skull that's like in front of you toward the middle. Major exception for that very last hit being the skull that's like over here, because it's a little too far for even a shadow at long range, and it'll actually drag you forward earlier so you can get into range. Obviously you don't want that, so I clicked. You can listen to it when you hear that airy noise, you know it's mage. Purple. When you hear the airy noise, you know it's mage. When you hear that like large bassy explosion, that's ranged. So whenever I hear either of that, I just switch. All right. Okay. Oh my god, I'm already here. No. No, that's my max keep. He's not. Freddy here is not even bonded up. I'll have you know. Although I think there is a Twitch thing going on. Thank you for the GZs. place got money. Oh, gotta make a new party. Ah, someone's following me. I need to see what they were saying. Hey, congrats, Steve. Congrats on the kit. Did you have Jad hands? I know a lot of people had Jad hands at Warden. I had Jad hands and I discoed a little bit. It was so embarrassing, my very first one. I killed the obelisk and then I clicked into the UFOs. Destral and a Trident. He must be an Iron Man. Oh, shit. Iron Man. Oops. Just has a Trident. Surely. Probably right there. Akka, yeah, Akka. You're able to do it. Chillin'. Let's go in PK. Hello, Xander. Check out your chat. Oh, can't click it through the chat. It's not the one I. Easiest 400. Usually the invocations. I'm not gonna run a 400, but let's see. So obviously you wouldn't have this. Depending on your gear, you could have Ancient Haste on or off, or to have it on. On a diet, off actually. You actually want on a diet off, and then because bandages are pretty OP for 400. It makes P1 and P2 basically you're always full health, damageless, don't need the sun. You don't need a sun for 400s. Don't need dehydration, of course, so you would take life second. That also gives you bandages plus Ambro. Definitely run no help needed, but if you want to make it even easier, you can do nothing at all and a softcore run. That would get you 2 salts guaranteed, but if you're okay with a 66% chance at assault, you can run some help for a little plus 15. Easiest, you would have overlords on, but it's not very efficient because overlords take a long time, but it's easy because you don't have to really swarm when you have them on. And then double trouble and keep back both off. 400 wise, I would personally run this. Like, this is my personal recommendation, is hardcore jog for no help. You get 400, but you could theoretically do something like softcore and what's it called, overlords, and then bump this time down to 400, sorry, to 40 minutes. That's not a bad idea either, but the only thing wrong with this kind of softcore run is that because you're running no help needed, if you do die in the 3rd or 4th rooms, which is a Bach Akka, which it's very common for people to die at when they're starting out, then you're kind of fucked. Whereas if you die at Bob or Kefri, you could just restart and it's not a problem. So it's not a true softcore run, which is what I call it. A true softcore run is like need some help or no help, where you are actually allowed to die. These runs, you're not actually allowed to die in those 3rd, 4th rooms. So in my opinion, you might as well run hardcore. But I don't know, it's up to you to see what you want to run. Definitely don't touch any of these guys. Don't touch quiets yet. You could do something like this too, diets, and then you could turn into a true soft core probably with something like this. I don't really like these kind of raids. Like, in my opinion, if you're running Dehydra at 400, you're trolling. A lot of people recommend Dehydra for some reason at 400. I'm like, why? Just go fast. Like, you can just go a little bit faster, take these less supply things, and then the raid's like a billion times like more efficient, but whatever. Fireworks. Are those? Swear they're not gunshots. Exactly, fireworks from my purple, obviously. Oh shit, that was bassy. It was like a zebak explosion right there. When I hear the firework, I just pray ranged. IRL. Am I supposed to have 7? I am. Thank you for the good luck. Is that arrogant of me to not type back in game chat because I didn't see it fast enough? I think it is. But I already went through one pre-pot. My back. Can't waste more. You know what I want to play, Freddy? I want to play Black Ops 3 Zombies again. Can't believe we downloaded it. It's ruining my life thinking about the ray gun noise. And we put on the Fang for this one. Alright, let's leave. I didn't one shot it. On, yes, Venom. Double shaman this wave. That's so toxic. Where are my clicks? How old am I? Gonna drag the shit on me. Oh, we're good. Like another double shaman. Toxic. Go. If I can dodge the shaman for a little bit. Nice. Perfect having like that. Made myself a whole one throw. I just... Oh my god, what am I doing? Felt that I was cooking up like 10 mistakes at once right there. First, I shadowed a ranger. So second, I wasn't paying attention if there was any volatiles. And I divine ranging. Oh. We're back. Catch the falling knife. Ugh. These Easter eggs, man. Back. Alright, we'll do like one more. Justice. I was triggered about the freaking ranging pot. At least now I learned that if I already get myself into Baba, I can just skip the second boulder by hitting twice. Out of principle, because I sunned, gonna reset. Just take the potion prayer? What do you mean? You like that I like one ticket? Yeah, of course you gotta preserve. This is a regular range pot now. Of course you gotta preserve. Oh my god, this is a melee thing, and I'm trying to slice it open. No lounging, but... Oh! Alright, let's leave. I left the shaman alive last. What am I doing? Summon. Nope. I want that. I'll run from that shaman. Oh my god! What? That's not allowed. Everything's under control, boys. Totally not told out of my mind. Please. Stop. Done? But I'll die to a ranger. Please. Just saying. Coincidence. My hand is cramping, Mrs. I don't understand. I've done some heinous shit. Like, I've had those tilt runs, and then I'll run into Baba and empty a restore because I wanted to decant it. Get rock blocked. fast is this Baba? In 40s. After 40. Lost a tick. Maybe several. Uh-oh. I did. 7833. 7833. 73. Oh, I lost 2 ticks getting into the door. That's not a unique though. He's upset. Didn't say collection log slot unlocked. He's mad. I can sense it. I think I'm getting world record pace maging zebak. Hell no. Not gonna lie, I've been half decently close. The time's about a minute and a half off my best run. So that is a lot of ticks. That's like at least 5. I yellow clicked and got egged. Nah, no way. And a half? It's like... Alright, fine. That's at least 7 ticks. I don't know how people can reasonably take speedrunning seriously in this game, though. There's so much RNG in it. Don't get me wrong, it's good to be efficient and fast. I think it is fun, but taking it seriously is a completely other story. It's like speedrunning Minecraft RNG worlds. Maybe they just have a thrill in the gambling aspect. What? Should spec this. But I already committed to the idea of specking for it. Be a god awful Jeffrey. I'm gonna give it a estimate of 622. Hey Onyx, how's it going? Hope you've been having a good Saturday. Yeah, things are going pretty good. Just chilling. $607. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Going the video games course. 3-3. Level 4 zebak. Yeah. It burns me? Oh shit. Angle right there. Rival zone, what does that mean? The rival zone. Oh. Legally, I cannot say it, but that is cum phase. I mean, what? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna get melee. He switched. He switched again. My ankles. Bruh. Waste my time. Gonna melee me again. Fucked up. Please don't switch. Spared. Generous Sokka. Honestly, I need to remove this song from the list. Sometimes I like it, but I usually hate it. I don't know why it's here. Switching the music. Yep, it slapped once, I liked it. Maybe it had a good timing. And I was like, I'm gonna love this song. And now every time I hear it, I get angry now. Can't do it. Such as evolving music tastes. And there, I skipped it, I didn't remove it. So it's gonna come back. And I'm gonna get angry again. Onyx, thanks for stopping by. Uh-oh.
You like my high heels and my lipstick cherry red. You're addicted to the red. Stop looking for your queen and sip on Jack instead. I'm here to run the tables, oh how dare you call my bluff. See, I'm irresistible, kind of unpredictable. Bet you want some action, baby, don't you, don't you? Wanna take a spin, wanna take a roll. You know you're dealing with the wild card.
You live.
I'm making troubles fall. Might take your diamonds, but I'll steal your heart.
I'm sure for copyright reasons we can't, but I'm just saying, if I could get the League of Legends missing ping every time I got hit, that'd be some good shit. Oh, I was playing. Sounds lewd. I need the League of Legends missing thing. That is literally the best thing they have invented ever. Missing ping. Like society literally advanced forward. Missing ping. Annoying solve there. The missing ping is what got us past a great filter. Would have been filtered out already by the aliens, so we didn't have it. Not the melee range. I'm begging you. Ugh. No melee range wave. Spared. Noodle zebak. I wonder if hitting a 1 with the Accursed Scepter sounds like Dragon Warhammer and reduces 15%. Or up to 15%. Or if it only reduces 1 magic level. BGS, but capped at hitting 15%. Bro. Oi! Okay. LA range ones are always scary. Picking it out. Stakes remain. Five minutes. Reserved from aging zebak, I guess. It's been a while since I actually had one that slow. I didn't have to reply to him while I was doing zebak, but you know, my dopamine is already fried, so I needed something to get the rush flowing. How else am I going to know that I couldn't type if I didn't try and die there? Am I at 1? Because these things are unavoidable damage. And I want to maximize my HP, like... maximize my sun value. My blood shards are selling me. Making money while making money, that's right. My money works for me, as they say. How do I set my own hours? Oh shit. My money sets my hours. Shit. It works for me, you know? I know it's its own hours. And again, employees don't set their hours, their bosses set their hours. That means I should set my money's hours. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would have been pissed if that depth charge didn't go through. Doesn't actually make much of a difference. I counted successful. I'm sure Scepter Spec isn't worth it, but I don't want to do a whole switch over to the Void Waker, so I'm just going to send it. And if this Warden is fast, then That's good placebo for me to count on in the future. Like, I'm pretty sure hitting that saves at most like 6 seconds, but hitting the Void Waker also saves 6 seconds. So I don't have to switch for that one. What's up, Velzen? Nice to see you again. We actually got a purple on stream for once. Sorry, body. I think you did call that last week. I think it was like 3 days ago. Not last week. So you did call it. How long does that coupon expire? Or stay valid for? Question. Laser for sure brought the Void Waker there. Mr. Zebak, don't you know I'm washed? I can't handle switches anymore. Relax. It's like on the same style. Play. am I gonna get here? Wharf. My thrall cover. Predict a fang. Usually when I milk I don't get any purples, so let's just look at it. 10 minutes. Well, that take a while on P4. But if he takes 780k, honestly, that's a lot for TOB. TOB, TOA. On RuneScape these days. Alright. I did do TOB today though. Some TOB. Alright, I'm done with some TOA. Just doing a 2 and done. Kind of bored already. And I might just do either team raids or TOB, hard mode, or chambers, I'm not too sure. Thank you for tuning in. See you guys later.